know. I think I might take me an extra day off. I don't know what they gonna do. He went to Lake Charles.
We live.
Oh man, ooh.
I don't hear the music.
Shoot slow, shoot slow, shoot slow, shoot slow, shoot slow, shoot slow, shoot slow.
Frank Lee, homie.
I'm only sipping this slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping this slow. Take a sip, I bet it get you right. And I only speak it if it's real, yeah. Only spill it if it's true, yeah. Everybody want the tea, so you already know the deal. I always sip slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow. Only helping you grow. Tell you things that you need to hear, not only things you wanna know. Keeping you up on your current events, I swear the world's so cold. Talking about marriage and sports too. Man, you gotta catch the show. You better believe me. Like Alan T. Weezy, Jay Martin, that JT make it look easy. Whenever they speaking about any topic, if I spoke about it, I was really about it. Ain't no front, I was real about it. In my white cup, it got hen inside it. It's a message for everybody. Now I'm only sipping this slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping this slow. Take a sip, I bet it gets you right. And I only speak it if it's real, yeah. Only spill it if it's true, yeah. Everybody want the tea, so you already know the deal. I always sip slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow.
This is the Sip Slow podcast, where we help ourselves as well as others. Raw, real, and uncut audio work weekly. It's your boy, Mr. Money Don't Sleep, so T Weezy can't rest.
This your boy JT.
You muted, Doug.
What's happening, man? Had to start the year off a little different, man. My bad, y'all. What's up, y'all? This is J Dub, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome to be back.
For sure. John had a little thing he had to attend to, so hopefully he'll hop in, during the show. Like Dub say, man, Happy New Year. I'm happy to be back. We took a little break just to, handle. Everybody has business they need to handle and family stuff. So, we back, ready to get y'all this audio work. So, fellas, man, what's y'all drinking choice today?
I'm on that water,
Man.
man.
On
Know
that
that
real
water.
water or that water? Man, I'm sipping on a little vodka today, man. A little vodka and a splash of what is that? Like grapefruit juice.
Okay, classic.
You know.
Yeah.
Classic. Well, man, I'm on a still reserve. I'm on that tropical still reserve, man.
Ooh wee. Well, you gotta get
Yeah,
up in the morning, don't you?
yeah. We be all right. I ain't new to it. So what's that? Saturday, Mo had a birthday, so that's probably why he on that water today.
You ain't lying, Mo.
Yeah,
Definitely, man. Shouts out and happy belated. I know it hit you up
man.
on
Yeah,
the
appreciate it.
but man, another year. How you feel,
Yeah,
bro?
man, I'm just blessed to be here, man. That's all, man. Enjoy the day with the fam, and that was it. I feel fine though, man. Rocking that Glen Rice now. Shit, it's on me now.
Nah.
Man, that 4-1.
That's the one.
Yo.
Ooh-wee.
Welcome to the club.
I appreciate that.
You get you a gift. What you get?
Man, I told them they got me a little cake, man. We went and that was, went to the mall. I ain't getting at the mall though, but they did. Shit, like it was their birthday. But other than that, just enjoyed the day. Went somewhere and ate, and that was it.
All right. So, how was y'all holidays?
Everything was a blessing, man. Got a chance to be home, hang out with the family. Uh, got the kids a little something so they can open up, and just took it easy.
Yeah, that's about the same thing. Just enjoy the fellowshipping with family. We didn't do too much. Uh, we went over to my parents and ate. That was about it. Came on back home. Nothing too much, with the COVID going down like that. So uh, I imagine a lot of families did the same thing. So
Yeah, we just chill, man, and shit. I ate, took a nap, went to my English for a little bit, came back home, shit, took a nap and watched a little TV, and that was it.
Man,
for
there was a
sure.
lot of games on during that time.
Yeah,
Basketball, high school ball, college ball. So I appreciate the opportunity to just kind of sit and catch up and watch,
Right,
see some of what's happening I've been missing out on.
for sure.
yeah,
For sure. Well, we gonna go and jump in this free game today. Do not let your pride get in the way of your blessings.
Hmm.
Do not let your pride get in the way of your blessings. That's free game. So, uh, do you make any New Year resolutions? In the past, I've tried to make some, because that's kind of the thing to do. Um, but most of the time, never follow up on them or never follow through with them. Like I say, it's mostly just a thing to do, but uh, I don't see nothing wrong with it either.
Yeah, no, I don't make New Year's resolutions. We had started doing stuff and started setting goals. Uh, Wanted to do everything we possibly could to line out some real true goals that you can uh, attain, and kind of have a plan for them. Because I mean, the resolution is it seemed like it's just hype. That's what
Right.
everybody say to do is a resolution, but really try to set some true goals out there, and that's what we've done the last 2 years. And at the end of the year, like the 31st, we try to look at what we did accomplish, what we didn't accomplish, figure out why we didn't, and then prepare for the New Year's goals and what's out for us for the next year, obviously for 2021. And so that's our biggest things. But no, I don't set any New Year's resolutions anymore. Nobody want to at least say that they want to do resolutions, and then it's just so hard to commit to. But if you have a goal, that's something that way I look at it is deep down inside of you that you want to accomplish, and so that's what we try to do.
yeah. I never got into it. I'm always I don't make no revolution. I just try to make goals and go from there. I never really even thought about it. Really, I hear people talk about it, but you know, I just make some goals and try to go with that.
So that was my next question was, did you set any goals for 2021? I set some. I wrote it down on paper. I want to, lose some weight. Get healthy. Um, have great health for the family, and have this podcast to pop off, take off. So that was some of the goals that I had set, and then I wrote it down because sometimes when you put that pen to paper, it just do something else. You can visualize it and see it. Also, I want to start meditating a little bit. Maybe 10, 15 minutes a day. Try to meditate and just focus in on what I would like to do. So whether that's you know focusing on what you want to do the next day, um, how you want to go about your day. I heard somebody say it's just like, um, sometimes you got players like a Kobe who would go out practice and he visualizing the game. Um, he knowing what spot he gonna be, what time. At this point of the game, if the game is close, he know what he want to do to get the shot that he want to get off. And a lot of times when you visualize it, it make whatever you visualizing when you go to do it make it a lot easier. So that's something I would like to start incorporating in my game.
Yeah, that's important. I mean, especially when you, like you say, you write things down on paper, and you can go back and look at it and see it. It's almost like you kind of hold yourself accountable for what it is that you want to accomplish, and it's important that people do that. I mean, it's one thing to say something, but if you don't always remember everything you say, especially over the course
Right.
of 365 days. We got to get out of the mindset of yeah, I got it in my head, but really start putting pen to paper, man, and pursuing, what you put down. Don't just say it, pursue it.
Have you have y'all ever tried like a vision board?
Yeah, man.
Um,
We have. Go ahead, Jay.
no, I was saying I haven't.
Yeah, my wife is real big into that stuff. I didn't really know what it was. Our vision board growing up was looking through the Sears catalog, picking out what I want to get for
Right,
Christmas.
Yeah,
But in turn, that vision board is also something visible that you can see every day. You pull and you get a poster board. You look at things that may be kind of in line with your goals, what it is you plan on doing, what you want to accomplish, what you want to get, uh, and you put those things down. And what we do is just get a whole bunch of different magazines and different things and go and pull pictures out of that and sayings and quotes,
right,
something that's going to continue to motivate and push and drive you to do your best every day, not every year. We got to start day to day, and so
right.
that's what we try to. I've done it with her, and now she got the kids and everybody doing it too.
How often y'all do that, or
Well, this is my first time doing it. She's done it. I mean, she was doing this back in college. I had no idea what I mean, I would see the things on a wall, but I thought, people just put stuff together they like and they didn't really incorporate it into being an actual something that you want to attain. And she showed me over 2 years for sure. I know she's pulled out her list of goals and different things and actually has accomplished it. I hadn't always done that. And so I was like, I want to get on board too because I don't want my life to stay. I don't want my life to stay right here. I mean, God give us a purpose in life, give us an opportunity, and why just stay with the status quo?
right,
Push yourself. I not to just keep going on, but I like to tell my kids all the time. Everybody in my household like lemonade. Well, if you don't squeeze that lemon, you ain't finna get no lemonade out of it. And so, sometimes certain things have to be used to push and squeeze and press you to want to do more and keep doing more aside from just the normal day to day. I want to go and hang out. I want to do. Now, man, we got beautiful minds. We beautiful, strong black people.
right,
We can go after whatever it is we want. And so the goals and again, the resolution is one, so that's almost like a facade. But the goals, this is again, it's coming from you, your mind, your heart. You've taken some time to put them things down. You only gonna let yourself down if you don't. I'm not saying you're gonna accomplish everything, but if you don't shoot for it to accomplish it, then you letting yourself down. The last thing I want to do is cheat myself.
For sure. For sure. Well, yeah, dude.
What's good, fellas? What's good, man?
Shit, you got it, man. Happy New Year to you. Good. Glad you joined in.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, my brethrens.
Yeah, so I was just asking, do you make any New Year resolution?
Nah, man, I don't really get off into that. I'm not opposed to it. I'm always trying to set self goals and different things, correct things throughout the year. I mean, and that's just kind of how I do it now. I mean, that's my take on that. I really don't wait till the end of the year or and then say, okay, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna do this. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm constantly trying to correct and do better and set goals and different things to that effect. Not at the end of the year, but I could do something now. I could do something off for this recording and be like, okay, well let me work on this, or I can be enlightened by one of y'all and be like, oh, okay, let me add that to me. So
Right.
as far as the New Year resolutions, I don't make them personally. I used to back in the day. I mean, because that was tradition, but I don't make any.
Okay. You muted, Jay. Jay, you were
What was
saying
the
something?
question? Yeah. No, no.
Oh, nah, you was just muted.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you are listening to the Sip Slow podcast. If you watching this right now on Facebook, feel free to like it or ask a question or give us some dialogue back. We would greatly appreciate it. So, Duke, man, you put in there about why do men cheat and expect a woman to understand, but when a woman cheats, it's over. Talk to us.
Well, I mean, I don't think as men, and I don't believe in cheating really. You know what I'm saying? If you and your significant other together, y'all solid. Uh, y'all should be solid. If you cheat, you allow the enemy inside of your household, inside your camp, and it kind of can mess up things for you. But it's just like anything else. As far as when a man, whenever he cheat, he feel like it's okay. He could go play and do his thing, and he'll get away with it, or think he getting away with it. But the moment that he finds out that his significant other, she's doing something or then did something, all hell breaks loose.
Foul on
And
the play.
I think it's more of an ego thing. Uh, I think it's ego based. Man, we don't want we don't want our cookie jar being tampered with, and
That's right.
we don't want to catch some hands in our cookie jar, and that's like, for a man, it's considered like the ultimate form of disrespect or betrayal. So it's more of an egotistical thing, and it should be even. You know what I'm saying? If you could go do your thing and she go do hers, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep it G. You should be able to keep it player.
But
But go ahead.
I'm reminded of that saying, they say what's good for the goose is good for the gander, but
Mhm.
in that situation, what's good for the goose, good for the goose. You know what I mean?
I
you
feel
know,
you. I feel you. So to to make it an even playing field. If you can't keep it G, fellas, if you can't accept the fact that you gonna wild out and do you, if you can't accept the fact that your significant other, lady, wife, fiance, or whatever, she slip up, and just stay away from that, because you know what I'm saying. If she do, you got to keep it player, man. And it ain't many cats that can do that. That's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's ego based. It's more a ego thing, testosterone, or we feel like that's she our prize and she belong to us and blah blah blah. But it ain't many cats that can keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? And they work through that. So that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, that's real, man. Uh, ooh-wee. I think a woman a little more receptive if a man go out and mess around. I think they can kind of overlook it, but like you say, somebody going, tapping with your cookie jar, you have all kind of thoughts running through your head, and if you're doing certain maneuvers or tactics, and then you thinking about this other cat, he in there, and if he just stealing something, when you stealing something, you don't care how you get it, as long as you get it. You feel me? So that's kind of hard to just have that in your head every time you see that person. I'm sure that's gonna run through your mind like, damn, he had her like this or like that, and
Yeah,
it just ain't gonna work. Not for
they
me.
ruin a lot of people, man. Like what you said, man. Thinking something like that. That's like what this dude told me one time. That's like walking in front of a big truck, man. You thinking of what this dude did to your old lady or what, but it's crazy. But yeah, that shit just wild, man.
And
You know,
they gonna go hard. They gonna go super hard. They gonna
that's what
act
I'm
a fool.
saying.
Just to
Yeah,
prove a point.
Yeah,
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 like
I
a
don't know,
movie.
man. I guess let me start with trying to answer the question. I don't know. I don't know the answer to why it's a different effect when a woman does it to a man. I mean, I think I know, but I don't think that's the right answer. I know one thing. Ego does play a whole lot in a man's perspective of what they do and their actions. I was told at one point in time, men are like barracudas. It's just kind of always hunting. It's the thrill of the hunt and the fact of, okay, if I can just try that, maybe I can get it. And then sometimes it go much further than what you maybe expect. And then you find yourself in a situation to where, okay, now I don't want to punk out. Whereas you shouldn't do that, period. I mean, if you don't have a good woman that is a good woman, that's going to be down, that's going to work hard, that's going to push, you got a lot of things to that she can build off of and help you guys grow, then yeah, we wrong no matter how you look at it. Now, women are a lot smoother than guys are, just because I think they got the most power. They got that power between power down there between that is what we want, and they sometimes just are able to do it better, and I think that maybe hurt our pride a little bit as well. But from the idea of why men get so upset is, I think, like you said, is you don't know, another dude may be in there. It's almost like having a rent house. You know how you can be when you in your house. You're gonna keep it
Right,
nice, you're gonna keep it, but then somebody else come in there, they tear the
man.
walls up, they gonna put holes in, they ain't gonna care. And then
Right.
that's gotta lay on your heart when you lay over and look at your old lady and be like, really?
Yeah.
So I really don't know a true answer to that. I just know, uh, from learned over experience, it's just like, you know what, appreciate what you got. If you can't sit up there and have a conversation to work out with your significant other, your lady, your wife, then I mean maybe it's not even worth you being there. Like if you can't address the issues that you end up having, that's something that I've learned. But again, that's just me. Everybody gonna have their own thoughts on it, and that's fine. But if there's something that's bothering you, something you ain't getting, something you think you could be trying, address it. That's the best thing I could say.
For sure. Mm.
Cause boys going hard, boys pulling hair, pulling
Man. So, maybe little
Ooh.
choke. You never know.
boy, boys calling names.
Hmm.
Damn.
It's those. It's those. So hey,
Hell of a topic to start the year off, T.
hey,
That was due. That was due. But I just think we territorial.
Of course.
man.
Uh, we didn't marked our territory, so to speak, and that's ours. And but like John say now, if you out here trying to be a player, it's consequences to that. It go both ways because she can do something herself. So, but yeah, I just feel like we territorial and man, them thoughts running through your head and well, yeah, it's just tough, just tough, no doubt. Mo,
Man, that's a tough situation, man. I think, some men do it to still think they have that. It's like playing the game. They want to see if they still got it. You get to a certain age or a certain point, and you be like, you lay back and you might want to see if you still got it. And like J Dub said, you get to a point, you don't think it's gonna go that far, but sometimes it do. So I think that's why a man get put in that situation. But then when that woman do it, they just can't handle it though. It's just like you said, you don't want nobody putting their hand in the cookie jar. And that's what it is.
already. You are listening to the Sip Stowe podcast. Um, Dub, is school preparing our kids for the real world? You muted, Dub.
Yeah, okay, my bad, man. I say that's a hell of a transition from what we just talked about, but it's all good, man. And I look at it from this perspective. You know, you're taught to go to school. You're taught to learn these lessons. You're taught to go to college if you can. You're taught to do this. But nobody, and I don't think schools are really teaching life lessons that you run into more so than utilizing some of the subjects that they teach in school. Now, I'm not saying that uh, those subjects aren't important, but there are things that I mean we're falling short. One, budgeting, being able to manage your money, how to live. And I'm not, again, this is my opinion, but budgeting is huge. What you gonna do with a check, whether you making $10 an hour or you making 200,000 $200,000. What you gonna do? How you gonna manage that and live? Paying your bills on time, because credit. You gonna need credit throughout your life to get a house, a car, whatever the case may be. Sometimes furniture. Those things I think can be touched on, but I don't think schools are really teaching, as I don't think they're preparing as best as possible. Even college, I don't even think all college prepares the way it should. Nobody prepares you like, okay, you're in college, everybody don't get a scholarship, you taking out a loan, how you gonna pay this back when starting 6 months from now?
But don't
It's
do the schools still teach economics, huh?
they teach economics, but you think about it, how many people really, it's not life. I think there needs to be something geared a little bit more toward life economics is one thing that teaches you about money and how money works, how things. I get that, but everybody ain't as receptive to that. Some people need it just plain straightforward.
Yeah.
What you do when your car note is more than your electric bill. I don't know, just something along those lines. You got to learn how to manage those things. What you gonna do if you making $50,000-$60,000 coming out of school? How are you gonna make sure that you don't fold? You don't go under to where you can build off of that 50,000 and live comfortably, even if you got a family or if you single. Just different things like that I think schools can have a little bit more of an influence on than what they do.
I agree. I was thinking about this the other morning. Like, I know I use. You need to know your writing. You need to be able to write. Uh, and I use mathematics every day. I don't use science, um, social studies, none of that. It's not saying that that's not a place for that. What I'm saying is everyday life. I use writing and mathematics every day. So maybe, and I think they have schools that just focus on certain uh, curriculums or something like that, or traits, but it's more so you need to know life skills. Um, Maybe learn a trade if you know that you're not college material or you just don't want to go to college. Uh, so to answer the question, no, the schools are not just preparing the kids for the real world. They basically just indoctrinate you into their system for 12 years where you don't really need all that, but that's just how the game is, in America. So that's my thought on that.
I think
I
I think school preparing some kids for the real world, some is for prison because they get set on they got somebody that walk with you every day, baby you. Where you go in class, you're in class for 45 minutes, and some kids adapt to that. Whether they go eat, they bring you a tray, they bring you lunch,
It's a
they go to SAC.
pipeline.
Yeah, they go to SAC. So it's all this stuff, and some kids can't adapt to it, and some can't. And most of them go out and do the same, get in that trouble. So the same thing, they falling down, they just going down the steps with it, you know. And right now, how school is right now, they really not teaching them none. Like J Dub said, they don't have a class for that. Like that's my budget. They have where they, how you lose in school. They show you how to count money, all this nickels, dimes. They don't do none of that. So it's kind of like we gonna get you in and get you out. They got classes where if you 19 years old, you finna graduate. They let you go for a half a day. So they really not preparing you for the real world. It's just, hey, when you get out, you on your own, whatever you want to do, whatever. But they got a place for you. So that's how I see it, and that's how some of these kids is now.
Um, Duke and Dub, did y'all have? I know Duke. You had Mr. Johannes.
yeah,
I know. I
man,
could have
you
swore. I could have
man,
swore
you
we. Huh?
man, you was in class together.
Okay, I knew you had him. I forgot we was in class together, but he was an economics teacher in El Campo. But I could have sworn we went over like balancing the checkbook and stuff like that, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right. They done it here in Warren back in the days, man. I was in the seventh grade. They did that. Now, you had these kids about that. They couldn't tell you nothing, man. How to write a check, goddamn, none of that.
yeah.
You
Johannes was
know,
stole. Johannes was
Yeah,
stole. You
supply and
know,
demand.
yeah. We had Sarah and Trip. You know, Trip used to play in the waves. You remember that? You remember we had him? We did that project,
Yeah,
and, and he told us he was gonna fail. He told me he fail us. He'd always threaten on failing cash. He don't care if you're a senior. Yeah, he was throwed.
yeah.
Them big ass glasses, looking out his eye, looking out
uh,
the side of his eyes. But he was helping us too, because he was letting us know, hey, it's a world out here. You got to be serious. These are the things. He was about money, and money is how we survive. Money is how we operate. So, you know, I think about him sometimes. I think about him and how, the importance of what he was saying. But he was thrown. But yeah, he was. He didn't play. He was one of the ones that didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's important. I mean, you appreciate some of those type of teachers. You may not appreciate it then, but I mean, if you're able to, if both of y'all can sit up here and talk about a teacher that y'all had, what now, almost 20 years ago?
All right now.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm closer than I am wrong.
Yeah, it'll
But
be 20 years this year.
okay. So you think about that. I
Ooh.
mean, that's something that's instilled in you. But if you look at, I went through college and everything, and one of the blessings, I'm gonna be honest with you, I went to a HBCU. Some of the things that I learned just from, I mean, this may be in any class. A teacher may just go off and just tell you because they want to see you succeed. One, as a black person, as a black man, as a black woman, these are things you need to know. These are things you need to get in line. These are things you need to do. But that wasn't the class. So you can appreciate that, but at the same time, man, there's so many different things that hit you when you become, or when you move into the real world as an adult, living like an adult. I wish I had a did better at knowing about saving. My thing when I looked at money was like, okay, well, if I want something, I'm gonna go get it. If I got the money, if I don't have the money, I'll do something to go get it, work to go get it so I can get it. And then, nobody ever looked at like, okay, well, what are you putting away? Here are these
Is
stocks.
that
You ever
a
thought about?
is that a school thing or a house thing?
Both. I think both. But when you look at, sometimes you're at school more than you are,
Fact,
uh, sometime around your parents,
fact.
How? But
depending on somebody's.
that's true. But a lot of times, um, like Dub
So you
said,
have to, if you're not finding avenues or things to seek and being ambitious, and let's be honest, some of our parents kept a lot of stuff from us. You don't always know a lot of their struggles. You may see something, but
Yeah.
say that,
Fact.
or
say
maybe
that.
create something like you say along the line much more helpful to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's something that I be thinking about. Like, um, Duke will tell me how his father give him the game, and and I told him, I was like, man, my dad ain't never told me stuff like that. And that's what we have to do is pass on the knowledge that we have, that we collected, and give it to them at an early age. Because sometimes I think, man, if I could go back and play ball and now I can see the game a little bit better. You feel me? I
Hmm.
Yeah,
could I could go do something out there because I'm a little bit more knowledgeable, instead of me maybe trying to use just straight athleticism. I can try to use the brain a little bit more. Same scenario with the kids. If we can get in the game early, so
Hmm.
when they younger, now they can see the game from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you said that I agree with. We got to do. Sometimes we just wasn't taught certain things, or things was kept from us. So, like I said, I was telling Duke, like, man, I got to start giving my kids the game early so that it'll put them in a better spot when they get older.
yeah, man. It's
Fact.
Yeah.
it,
Fact.
it's true. if we gonna start breaking curses and get ourselves to a better position, we gonna have to do different things. I mean, we're gonna have to step outside of the box that a lot of us been in. And if school is not giving it, home has to.
Man,
Right.
what?
Right.
Talk, talk, because my mama would be like, boys, y'all gonna go to college and do this and that. And my oldest son, he really into them trucks. And I say, well, look, mama, I'm not just throwing him straight to college if that's not what he want to do, which he got a long time before, we get there. But if he has something in mind already, he might go out here and have a fleet of trucks. But I'm blocking him by sending him to the institution. But a lot of times the old school, they don't see the game like we see it nowadays.
You think about it though. A lot of times they did well. I'm just gonna say what I saw. I didn't see a lot of elders, in a sense, or those parents who took risk. It was like they grew up a certain way, and then they carried that over into, okay, this can help me get away from what my parents did. Now they telling us, okay, we did this, but if you go to school and get a degree, this is what you can do. No, I got a daughter that's getting ready to graduate in what, 4 months? Was it in June or end of May? My personal and my wife's personal idea is like, look, we done been to college. Blessed we got scholarships to go play, so a lot of things we didn't have to afford. But then we also look at other people we know who took out loans and all this stuff. Is it worth going to school all this time to come out and get a job that you only going to make X amount of dollars, but you got this amount of money in loans that you got to pay? Now that salary that you got or that amount of money you making is cut in half because you got to pay that first. Then you got taxes. Is it
Right.
worth it? Or do you take your time before going? She got accepted in the Prairie View. We glad, we thankful, but we realistic about it. And we gonna be as straightforward as possible. Look, if this ain't the time to go, then look, if you can do one or two things, you can start working. You can work your way through college. She wants to do real estate. You can shoot, you graduate, you turn 18, you can go and take the test and you can become a realtor right then.
Right.
I just saw a lady, they posted a lady, she graduated at like 80 some years old the other day. She did it. Who said that there's a time limit on having to do so? So work within what's your strong suit. If it's not best for you to go, don't go. If your son has a love for trucks, enhance that as much as you possible. Tell him all the different things about, okay, this is what we do, but this is what you can do with it. Here's
Right.
how you can get truck. Don't kill nobody's dream. If they love something, don't kill it. Enhance it.
And
For sure.
then start putting back now for him in case
Yeah.
in case he do make that option. Well, hey son, you could go buy you one right here.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll start you out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't turn him, because you don't know. Like you said something powerful. You don't know what his blessing
Yeah.
is. He might take it to a whole nother level.
That's right.
And I know this subject has kind of changed a little bit, but I mean it's still along. But I heard Dion say something the other day. Dion Sanders. He was like, kids no more. They just like stuff. They don't love it. So if you don't love it, you're not gonna go after it the same way. I done
Right.
seen Tanner. Interested in trucks and know how much they look up to you and what you do. I know Jason with your kids, they gonna look up to you. Those are the types of things. If you see that they looking up to you and what it is you doing, you continue to be that example to the fullest. I could care less if my daughter don't go to college, she don't go to college. But if she can go out here and build her career in real estate or something she want to do and be happy, hey, if you be happy and have some peace, you can think in life.
That's
Mhm,
right.
Right. Right.
That's the
mhm.
main thing.
And be healthier,
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
and have more money in your pocket.
Hmm.
For sure. Mo, anything you want to add on that?
Nah, I'm good.
Well, you are listening to the Sip Slow podcast. Last week I saw that Master P and Baron Davis, former NBA player, was negotiating to buy Reebok, reportedly for like 2.4 billion. Um, man, I thought that was amazing. You know, uh, Master P, he does a lot of people in the rap game say, well, Master P gave him a lot of game, um, and now he's come out with like ramen noodles with the pea noodles or something like that. He got
I thought it was a
cereal.
serious.
Yeah, he got cereal. He do shoes,
Yeah,
tennis shoes. So he preaches like ownership, and I think that's great for us, and that's something that we need to have more of is ownership because look how many shoes Michael Jordan has sold for Nike. So if Michael Jordan a billionaire, just imagine what
Nike is.
Phil
yeah.
Knight is. You know, so I think this would be an amazing deal for him and Baron Davis to buy a brand that's already an iconic brand. We all know Reebok. Um, so that already would have them light years ahead instead of them trying to start something from scratch. Because you know how we are. It's hard for us to support our people. You know what I mean? So I thought this was a good deal. What y'all think about that?
I think I think it is a good deal. I was reading something the other day. He was saying he want more black people to get involved in it. He called out Shaq. He called out some more. Let's step up and do more because he said with this pandemic, he fed a lot of homeless people with his restaurant. He did a lot, and he said, they preach about a lot of stuff, state stuff, but we just stick more together and help out with each other, man. He brought up some good points about bringing back to the community and helping out the older black people, the people that need help. He said he blessed from where he started from, so he wanted to bless people. He said he feel like everybody should step up. You know, let's do it. He want more people to black people to own things and you know stop talking down and hating, man. So it is a good thing to get somebody black to run something and own it and do for the good for it, man. Because we do have to stick out and look out for each other, but it's black people sometimes don't get caught up in that, man.
Right.
So I think he got to do that.
For sure.
Man, I think it's wonderful. Honestly, anytime. I mean, if you think about it over the last year and years prior, if we can't support black at this point, I don't know when we will ever do so. So to see two individuals who are of the culture that we are, essentially being able to take over a huge brand such as Reebok, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm elated to see that they even are going after that, and I really hope that they can get this. They can get
Yeah,
it done. I
me too.
mean, we try. We wear shoes, man. What better way to have some new designs, some fresh kicks come from Reebok, which a
Yeah,
lot of people do. But I think it's great. I hope they do it. I hadn't followed a whole lot, but I did see the article when it first came out, and I thought it was going to be an amazing thing.
Duke, man, would you would you start wearing J's or Balenciaga? I know you a Gucci or Balenciaga man yourself. So would you stop that and get into them Reebok, them classics or something like that? What do you do?
Them
Would you
soldiers.
support?
Now, I'm glad you asked me that. What a wonderful question, my brother. What a wonderful question. Yes, I would. Definitely, I would. Um, yeah, I'll get behind them 100%. You know, joggers, suits, everything, the whole nine.
All right.
Now, but there is a clause. There is a big but. There is a big but. Everybody's not gonna think like that. Everybody in our culture, you know, cats might start wearing the Nike more or other things more just to be on
Yeah.
some hating stuff. Just just to
Goofy.
just to take away from them or not to see them be successful. That's always a issue with us. Now, uh, maybe maybe it could change. Maybe that could be a turning point. For our culture, maybe that we could be like, okay, and be proud. We're gonna rock this Reebok, and they throw their little twist to it, and then everybody rocking Reebok, and we start choking out these other companies.
Right.
We start,
Ooh,
but it's one of those. It's one of those six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. It's one of those type situations. You never know how it's gonna go. But the moment that they do, if they do get it, I'm going support. You know, that's how I'm coming, man. That's how I'm coming. So I'm going to grip me some hat, everything. The Reebok hat. We're gonna do it like we did in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? When
all
cross
right.
color, we're gonna we're
All
gonna
right.
we're gonna do it like that. That's how we should.
You, Jay?
Yeah, I agree with him. I told my wife this. I said, "Big got it. I'm gonna start rocking no. Go give me some AIs. I'm gonna support.
You a J cat, man. You a J man.
Yeah, but I'm on that 41 now, man. I got a little older. I want something different in the closet now. So then too, Nike ain't doing enough for me. Shit, they ain't shit. So
For sure.
they don't, you know.
For
I know
sure.
it's gonna be hard for you because you're a J man too.
Yeah. He want to throw it out
Yeah.
Yeah,
there. This
I'm gonna
Negro.
keep it 100. I can support them, but it's just something about them J's, man. It's just a different feeling. I saw on I don't know, is it on Instagram or uh YouTube, but it was a cat, I guess, in his 50s. It was for his a Christmas gift, and they brought in that box of them J's, man, them new them Jubilees that just dropped in. Boy, he said he was just gonna walk around naked because he had them J's on. Man, them J's, boy, they
oh,
just do something to you. But I'm joking. But yeah, no, we need to support if they was to pull this out because you got to put your money where your mouth at. You
yeah,
know, uh, we support all these foreign companies, and they're not doing nothing for our community. So yeah, I would support them, man. I'd buy something, do something.
Hey
I'm sure.
Jay, go ahead, T.
Now I'm sure they have some nice designs and
yeah,
might attract some more athletes or entertainers or something like that.
Jay, not too
yeah.
long ago, I gotta throw this out there, Ken folk. Not too long ago, this cat was talking to me, talking about, man, I'd like to see you
For sure,
come on back, man, and jaywalk hard.
for sure, for sure, for sure, man.
So, but
Yeah,
it'll
for the
be good.
culture.
Yeah, it'll be good for us to get behind them as a culture, and they change up the design and whatever, and do some different things, and then we could support them, and then they can venture off into some other things. Cause man,
Right.
they giving back, and Pete's talking about
Yeah,
giving back and helping, man. That right there, that hooks me right there. To be able to give back and to be able to help people and give back to your community. But a lot of people are hurting, starving, hungry. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you do stuff like that, man, you're gonna continue to be blessed anyway. It's gonna keep
Yeah.
coming and most stuff gonna come. Then maybe after that they'll be owning a team. I mean, you never know what's down the road when you solid like that and you got other people in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you sincere and genuine, good things happen for you, man.
For sure.
Yeah, I hope if this does happen, that people get behind it and not look at like, oh well, they making money, I ain't making no money. Man, let's
Yeah.
support them, because if you can
Right.
support them, then we can support other businesses. We can support other businesses, and other people may, desire to want a business. Other people, it's going to create a whole lot of opportunities. They got a lot of kids out there who been wearing shoes, seeing shoes. They probably got a whole bunch of different designs in their head, and eventually that little kid, may have an opportunity. You may have the next. Who knows? It could be some ads. I don't know. I'm just saying,
Right.
you can have a name just like
Yeah.
how Jordan do. It takes just one, and so,
Right.
but we can't have that one if we don't get that opportunity. And so, I really hope. And I just read not long ago. Apparently, Kobe was trying to come out with a shoe brand
Yeah, he
or
was.
his
I
own
read
line
that
of
too.
shoes. So, I
They
mean,
think they murked him.
I, I, hey, that we might have to
Yeah,
say
come
that for
on.
next week.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
yeah, I feel you on that. But we may have to talk about that
Yeah.
next week. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's again, of all the stuff that's been happening over the years, but especially this past year, man. If these brothers can get that, it's almost like giving at church or letting somebody borrow money. You don't do it expecting that you're gonna get paid back. Let's support these brothers, not expecting to see, okay, they flourish and grow, but look at what they gonna help, who they gonna help, who can they bring up.
Mhm.
Look at it from that standpoint more than anything.
For sure. You are listening to the Sip So podcast. Dub, you got that? Can you pull that
What's that?
up?
Let me
About Dub?
let me try to get to this here little clip for you guys.
But yeah, this next topic was about the Washington football team released Dwayne Haskins last week, who was the first round pick last year, quarterback. Um, so he didn't even make it 2 years with the team, and they released him last week, which is, that's really unheard of, to be honest with you.
Right.
When you invest a first round pick in any player, you on the hook for millions. So
Let me try to take you guys to a clip real quick. Hopefully I can pull it off. Hang tight.
Hmm.
all right,
Let me know if y'all can.
it ain't playing yet.
Hey man, this is not my forte.
Yeah, we on the fly. I can't hear it. It is the volume low. Well, we'll get that together next show. But basically, what he said was that uh, young black players coming to the NFL and they do not want to work. They more concerned with building a brand. So he also used Jamarcus Russell, who was a number one overall pick, as an example, and he also I don't know. He was in the league a little longer though, maybe 3 years, 4, maybe. So uh McFarland might have some. It might be some truth in what he said, but why not reach out to some of these players before they come to the league and give them some game? You
Mm-hmm.
know. And secondly, playing quarterback is a hard position. One of the hardest. It is the hardest. And then there's been plenty of white quarterbacks who've been drafted in the first round who've gotten multiple chances and they've been nothing but a bust.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why you out here on TV calling out Dwayne Haskins. Of course, Dwayne Haskins has made some mistakes that, you know, been nice if he could get back, but you got other players that been out and got caught with COVID also. He didn't even get COVID. He was just out without a mask. So a lot of times you get some of these Negroes on TV and they like to shuck and jive
Mm-hmm.
for massa. And to me, that's kind of what he did. And then seemed like somebody was co-signing him. Was that Moss?
Yeah.
Seemed like Randy Moss was co-signing him on the little video. So we tried to play the clip, but the volume was low. But y'all can go and just Google uh, Booger McFarland, and he'll pop up. And it just put Booger McFarland, Dwayne Haskins, and you can pop up and see what he said. But I thought it was kind of distasteful to me.
I looked at it two ways, man. Um, I looked at it from the standpoint of, man, this guy has everything right at the palm of his hand. He done got a big contract. He was a top pick. He's starting. I mean, and I'll get to the other side from the standpoint of just a young man coming into the league, black, brown, white, blue, whatever. Respect that. Look at all the hard work that you can put in to get there. Respect that. Take that into your everyday preparation to be the best you can be. Now, I also look at it from the standpoint of, like, man, it sucks to hear another black man call out another brother that's in that position. But I mean, you don't have to like it, but I have to agree somewhat. Now, they got a lot of white quarterbacks, that Ryan Leafs, the Johnny Manziels, but I mean, he's looking at another brother that's come in and has put himself in this position. And so I think, man, could he have maybe reached out if he saw him going down these paths? Yeah, he could have probably reached out and just be like, hey, man, look, that's not how you need to carry yourself. If you be, not showing up for meetings, not knowing all the plays, but you want to go to the strip club, you want to do this and do that, you can do that. You got plenty of time to do that. But at the same time, man, at some point in time, if there's no accountability held, then, this is bound to happen again. Again, Jamarcus Russell was a hell of an athlete. He was able to come in. He had a lot of money in his hand, but he didn't pan out. And the only reason he didn't pan out is because he didn't apply himself. As much as I hate to say it, especially seeing another brother having this opportunity to do it. If we don't get called out, how is this persona going to ever change?
Now, I understand what you're saying, Doug, and it is two sides to that. It is two sides to it. And, people make mistakes. And, I mean, I was just blown away by them releasing him. Just to be honest, I was
Now
like,
that was a little extreme.
that's above and beyond. I mean, this cats do those stuff. Sometimes they don't even let the media get a hold of it, or they sweep it under the rug. But I'm gonna throw this out there. He played in the league. You know, he balled a little bit. He got a platform. He got a voice. What are you doing? What are you doing to guide these brothers? You got this opinion on it, and you know my old man always used to say it's better to keep your mouth closed instead of putting your opinion on something that you're not doing nothing about. So if you're not doing nothing about it, why don't you grab some of these other guys, Dion, reach out to some of these brothers and set up some type of organization or something to guide these dudes, to mentor them, to you know, it just struck a nerve, and I don't like them cats. I don't like when they do that. You know what I'm saying? Now I know he got a point, he got an opinion, but he could have used a little bit more wisdom. And
Yeah.
his situation and the way that he talked was worse. I don't like old Charles Barkley. I don't like him. I don't. He get on there and he run his mouth and talk reckless, talk out the side of his neck. But yeah, man, I just think do something about it. You know, you seeing it,
It,
you talking about it. Well,
it seemed he was. It seemed like he was happy to get it off too. You know.
right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can look at his. You can look at his mannerisms. He was loaded. He was loaded.
Now he is in that entertainment industry, so I'm pretty sure he's doing whatever he possibly can do to keep his job and keep earning his dollar. But I agree with you, Duke, on that. I think even now, even though Haskins is not on the team, and even some of the other young players reach out still. You know, I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't too late. The dude
Right.
still, what, he may be 23, 24. He's
Right.
gonna get an opportunity at some point in time. Um, the tough part is, man, I don't think it may necessarily been right to call him out on national TV. I think that's something you talk to him man to man, be like, look, dog, this ain't the way it worked. You want longevity, you want to keep them dollars coming in. You got to put some things aside. You're gonna have an off season to do whatever you want, but right
Yeah.
now you got to put certain things aside, man, and concentrate on this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think he could have. I think he could have called and talked to him in person instead of getting on TV and do that. But I mean, he really ain't got too much to say. Look how ESPN did him. They took him off and put him on that. He should have, he got to watch what he said. He wasn't no hell of a player anyway. Shit, he just on the team that won Super Bowls. He got a
I
Right.
didn't
couple
even know who
rings.
he was,
That's
honestly.
what I'm
Whoa,
saying.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Look,
He just
McFarland was
got rings.
solid.
He
Man,
was
he was right
solid.
there with Sapp, man. Sapp was joining double
Yeah, he was
teams, but
solid.
he was all right.
There you go.
He wasn't no Pro Bowler.
There you go.
I think he was a Pro Bowler.
He was next to 99
Yep.
That's what
most.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, he makes it. Yeah. Then you had Derrick Brooks back there, so he was just he was on the good team, but he just kind of I think he should have just talked to him personal, man, instead of just blowing up like that. Like he perfect. He done made mistakes too. Shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said, he might have some merits or some truth to what he said, but it's just the delivery, and
Mhm.
then on national TV, another man putting
Yeah.
another black man down. I'd rather seen Adam Schefter or somebody said something like that, but
But they
it
all do
is.
it, man. Stephen A.
Then
do it.
Mouse
He call
co-signing.
people out.
Yeah. You
That's a part of
and Randy
their.
Randy Mouse co-signing him. How much weed he done smoked when he was in the league.
Yeah.
He
And
co-signing him
Primo's
for that.
too. Primo's too. He was hitting that crack too.
Hmm.
You could
Alleged. That's all
a-
alleged, man. Now we
yeah.
know
Hey, as
that's
long as
alleged.
that
But
boy pull
hey,
off from that line of scrimmage and get behind everybody, I
but
don't think they cared about him.
We
But
can't
check
jump out the window like that. Alleged.
but check this out though, T. Check this out. Check this out. When you point one finger, you got three point back at you, and then you got one going towards the sky. All right. Now, yeah, yeah. I know you like where you going, but you can't point the finger at that man. Randy Moss was one of the most controversial uh uh players coming out of college, going into the league. I mean, they were almost trying to blackball him.
Hmm.
So he should have been a little bit more understanding, and how you gonna talk
Yeah,
about this
that's
man.
that's true, but Moss wasn't the one that said it though, but he did co-sign.
Yeah, I mean, but that
Yeah.
he right in what he was saying, and he right, but the way he said it, he could have done a little bit better. And then on furthermore, he could take a little bit step further. Man, reach out to these dudes. You Moss, some of y'all that can play in ball,
Yeah.
y'all start mentoring them. You can do a mentor program or something. Do something positive to help to change the situation. If you can, I mean, you talking about it. I mean, that's just like kids in the neighborhood. Man, one get hit by a car, the other one get hit by a car. Man, and I'm sitting on the corner. Oh man, they getting hit by a car. Well, you ain't standing out there with them. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing to say, hey, well, okay, I'm a direct traffic, or I'm gonna pull y'all away, or I'm gonna park up here where y'all at when y'all get out the bus or get out the sub or whatever. I'm gonna do something about this. You just sitting back talking about it, so you just as guilty as he is, Uncle Tom ass nigga. My bad, my bad.
Oh, you good? You good, man? You good, man?
That one came out of nowhere.
Woo! Man.
Oh man.
Oh,
Well,
The message, maybe just his
Cub went
platform, the
off
way it
right
was at,
there.
wasn't right.
right. Oh man.
Yeah. Woo!
My bad, cuz.
Nah, it's all good. Man, I guess we'll jump on in this email question right quick, man. This from Doug Hayes Kaufman, loyal listener, man, and we appreciate that. He always hit me up or hit up the Sipso account on Instagram or send a DM. So we appreciate you listening. And so the episode before we took the break, we had talked about police reform or defunding the police. So he had sent the message after that episode. So he had a long message, but I'm gonna just break it down to the question. He said, "Would you place a back the blue sign in your yard? Meaning, would you place a sign saying, I support the police in your yard? Yes or no? This your partner, Duke. So I'm gonna throw it to you."
Shout out to Doug. Shout out to my boy Doug Hayes, man. A brother of mine. We met him in college. His family accepted me. We've been rocking. I don't get to see him. I ain't seen him in a while, but we stay in touch. But to answer your question, fam, and you are a fan of me, uh, nah, I wouldn't put that in my yard. I wouldn't put that in my yard. I mean, for
He's
several reasons. Uh, Number one, it's controversial. It's controversial. Uh, and they not gonna put no. I do my job right, or I police properly in their yard. So nah, I wouldn't do it without even thinking about that. I wouldn't put that in my yard.
JT.
No, I wouldn't either, man.
Any reason?
Well, I mean, kind of like they not doing their job right, man. It's it's a time I wouldn't do it because there's still a lot of stuff going on that I'm seeing, and they not doing right by what they're supposed to be doing. So still too much going on. They're still doing the same thing.
Um, even though I know on the last, on the episode we talked about the uh, police defunding, and I think most of us was like, hey, they shouldn't have defund the police, but they should do some better things, some better training and stuff like that. Even though I said no, don't defund the police, I gotta agree with Duke. I just can't see putting that in the yard because now you kind of putting the target on your back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this dude, he down with the cops. So I feel like you can be down with the cops. You can respect their job and things of that nature, but you don't have to go broadcast it to the whole world. So no, I wouldn't put it in my yard just for those reasons right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you only put something in your yard that really means something to you. I I respect the police and what they're supposed to be, but I don't feel the need to put a police sign and back the blue in my yard. I didn't put one for Democrat. I ain't put one for Republican. I'm not fixing to just do that. I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself. If you ask me, that's different, but I'm not fixing to do that. I don't really see the point.
Okay, well, Doug, man, once again, thank you for the question, and if you have any more, feel free to send something. Also, if anyone else has a question, you can hit us on the IG, Sip Slow Podcast, uh, Facebook, same thing, or the email at sipslowpodcast@gmail.com. So, man, we're going to jump into this last topic of this sports right quick. NFL playoff predictions for this weekend. We're going to start in the AFC wild card round. We got Colts versus Bills. Mo, what you thinking? I'm writing it down, too. I'm going to be like Al. I'm writing it down. We're going to
Oh,
revisit it.
cause they
Already.
gonna cause they gonna do the 12. Who we got? Who we got playing Saturday?
Yeah, Colts, first game, Colts versus Bills.
Man, I think I'm going with Buffalo, man. That boy Allen out there he in the groove, man. I think I go with Buffalo for the Saturday game.
Dub.
I'm gonna go against the grain on this one.
Okay.
I'm going with the Colts. They gonna go into Buffalo and beat the Bills by 3.
Oh, and he said 3. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go with I'm a rock out, man, with the Bills, man. I like what Josh Allen doing, man. Him and Diggs.
Yeah. I gotta rock with the Bills too, man. Thurman Thomas, Dunn, BB, Jim Kelly.
It's a
I
dumb
gotta rock with.
BB.
I gotta.
Oh,
I gotta rock with the Bills, man.
Okay, next we got Ravens versus the Titans.
Ooh.
Moyo.
I'm going with Tennessee, man. I'm going with Tennessee on that.
Okay.
I'm going with Tennessee, man, by 10.
Dub.
I'm rolling with Mo. I'm going with Tennessee. They're gonna do it 2 years in a row. Don't believe me? Just watch.
I like that. Dude.
Man, I'm kind of split on this because I like Jackson so much. I think they're gonna pull it off though. I think they're gonna pull it off.
Jackson.
Yeah.
You know
I
they
want
playing. They playing in Tennessee, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
against them. It's against them. It's against them, and it's more realistic for the Titans to beat them, and the way the season going and the way they playing. But I'm a roll with Jack.
Yeah, I feel like with Jackson don't really have any weapons outside, and if the Titans did what they did last year, I don't see why they won't do it again. So I'm gonna go with the Titans. Uh, Browns versus the Steelers. Mo.
Ooh, that's gonna be a tight one, man. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the Browns, man. Upset. That's gonna be an upset game right there.
Going to Brown town.
Dang. They playing
Yeah,
two
like one of
weeks
my
in a row.
cousins, man. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. But Big
I'm
Ben didn't play.
I'm
Yeah,
going with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh ain't gonna lose twice at home either.
I'm a ride with that. Ben, I know they said Ben. Man, the Steelers gonna eat them alive. I got
Oh,
the Steelers by 12.
Mm.
so you $1,000 lighter, ain't you?
Actually, fam, I'm a smart man. I'm a smart man. I was up 4 bands.
Hmm.
I was up 4. And yeah, I have to tell you about it. And we broke even.
Mm.
So I let him out just because he's my brother.
You
I
on that
let him,
Okay.
DraftKings?
huh?
Nah,
You
him and the lawman.
oh
Hey, that's wild, ain't it?
man. Just that shit
Oh,
talking about black or blue, man. Don't get yourself
Ooh.
caught up in the
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
hey, that's
Well,
third.
what? The lawman?
Yeah. we
Hey,
we know what we talking about. We know what
right,
we talking
right,
about.
right. Man, I mentioned to y'all we talked about the Steelers some episodes back, and we was like, man, they was the best team in the league, and I said, man, I think that hope they not peaking too early, and I think they blew the wall a little too quick. You got to pace yourself when you're in that thing. So I'm gonna go with the Browns with an upset win on the road.
Steelers
Ooh,
still got that Super Bowl pedigree.
man, what? Them boys gonna come out acting a fool. And I'm gonna
All
tell
right.
y'all. So I'm gonna say this too. Mark this down. Baker gonna throw at least 2 to 3. He gonna throw at least 2 to 3 picks.
Well, he good for throwing a pick. You ain't lying. He gonna throw one. He gonna throw two.
All
Mhm.
right. We're gonna jump to the NFC wild
They
card.
say Junior.
Juju's ain't dancing no more though. But
No,
we
ever since
gonna
they hit from the Bengals, shit, he got it right.
we gonna go Rams versus Seahawks. Duke.
Rams versus Seahawks. Oh man, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
All right.
What they playing?
The Great Northwest.
Seahawks. Too much for them.
Mo.
I'm going with Rams.
Yeah.
Kurt Warner.
Um, I think that Jalen Ramsey will D up Metcalf again. So I'm going with the Rams too. Best DB in the game, Jalen Ramsey.
Who gonna stop Russell Wilson?
Well, the Rams
Um,
already beat them already, so
Man, that was regular season.
you got old boy 99.
Donald, you got Donald right
They
there.
gonna
No,
they gonna
oh
double
yeah,
team him.
he a beast. He a beast. So
Seahawks by 14.
okay.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's old.
Bucks versus the Washington football team. Duke.
Man, I hope the Bucks beat the hell out of them, man. I'm going with the Bucks. Just for several reasons, but I hope they beat the brakes off of 'em.
Dub.
I mean, Washington too inconsistent. I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Mo.
I'm on with the Bucks too, man.
Yeah, I'm going with the
21.
Bucks too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think that 21 is probably safe to say.
All right, that's skunk on Madden. All right, last game, man. Bears versus Saints. Dude.
Saints.
Okay. Dub.
Yeah, I'm going with the.
Saints. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Mo.
Nah, you good. I'm going with the Saints too, man.
Okay.
Saints by 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. I want to just go against the grain just to do it, but
Going on, I did on one of them.
If you grow them, you better hold them.
yeah, man, I kind of feeling the Bears. I think Khalil Mack coming off that edge. Oh no, man, I'm tripping, man. I'm going with the Saints. I'm tripping. Saints got a pretty good defense this year. I'm tripping,
Yeah,
man.
I would say that, man.
Yeah, I'm
And they
wild.
play at home,
Yeah.
even without fans. They still rowdy at home.
Man, the fans do make a difference, but nah, I can't do myself like that. I'm gonna go with the Saints, man. So we'll revisit that next week. See how we came out. Mo, man, what did you learn today?
I learned that Boomer should have talked to that boy personal, man. Instead of putting him out there on blast like that, he should have called him and talked to him, man. Then too, they need to get a program for them young kids. Get a program to help them.
For sure.
You know.
For sure. Dub.
Man, I learned that we as men, man, if we gonna be about it, if we gonna talk about it, we better be about it. Same way with the women, man. I mean, don't ruffle the, what do you call it, the apple cart, whatever you call that thing,
Right.
and don't expect you can't be mad if the other side do the same thing. So we just gotta buckle up, toughen up, and accept it. If that's what you're gonna do, you're gonna have to play the game. You're gonna have to be a game for real.
All right. Well, I learned today that we should not block our kids' blessings, so to speak. You know, you never know what God lead them to do, and by us imposing our will, sometimes that's not the will that's for them.
I learned sometimes you gotta drink this. You gotta taste that same soup warmed over.
Say that again.
Sometimes you gotta taste that same soup warmed over.
I heard it.
Basically, like what you said earlier, what's good for the goose, good for the gander.
No doubt. No doubt, man. If y'all listening to this on YouTube, like the video, share it. You can also leave comments on there. We can get back to you on that also. Wherever you can, give us a review, 5-star. Also, if you want to contact us, you can hit the SipSo podcast at gmail.com. Like I said earlier, YouTube, Gmail, IG, Facebook, we everywhere. Even I'm gonna start putting a link tree on in the descriptions. That way, we do the audio drops every Tuesday morning also, so you just click the link, and it'll pop up everywhere we at, however you want to look at us or whatever, or listen. So that's about it, Dub.
Man, I'm just thankful, man. I'm thankful to see another year. I'm thankful to see each of you young gentlemen doing well, representing the way you're supposed to as men. I'm thankful for the opportunity to sit on here and chat with you guys. Again, all of these opinions are our opinions, audience. So please know that. Support the Sip Slow podcast. Join in. But other than that, I'm just thankful. I'm really thankful, man, for another day, another year, and I appreciate you guys as well.
Duke, Mo.
I'm good, man. I'm just happy to see another year, man. Crossover, and just to be
Now
back
you should.
talking. Huh?
I say crossover. Now you should.
Man. So, just glad to be back, man.
For
I'm a little
sure,
rusty
man.
right now.
Yeah, we can get back in the groove, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with y'all, my brothers, man. I'm thankful for another year, man. We're gonna try to make this Deion Sanders, the best yet. We're gonna rock with it, man. Higher heights, better goals, better dreams, pushing. We're gonna this one gonna be a better year for us.
For sure, man. And man, shout out to my wife. We mentioned about Doug. I mean, Mo turned had his birthday on Saturday. It was also my wife's birthday, also. So we took her out and showed her a good time, and she really was happy and excited. So shout out to her one more time.
So
Happy birthday.
she on that Steph Curry, huh?
Yeah, she on this Steph Curry.
Big 30.
Uh, maybe Dale Curry. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we had a good time. Took her out. So shout out to her, and also shout out to all our listeners. I know we took a little break, but we back now, and we're gonna keep coming with it and getting better and better. And hey, man, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us, and we sure appreciate it. So, as always, man, we're gonna sip slow and we're gonna live fast.
Later.
Bet.